Good morning and welcome to episode 4 of Rock Around Hastings. I hope you enjoyed the previous episode, Hastings the Dinosaur Town, and I hope also that some of you are going to take part in the family activity, which is to collect rocks in your garden, perhaps by digging a hole, or in your local environment, and take pictures and measurements of them to send to me so I can make a map of interesting rocks in Hastings, like the one we had in episode 2, which was all about ironstone. This week we've got a very special episode, and it's kind of inspired by fossils really, and there's one in particular which I found recently, which is this. It's a spine from a shark. It's about 140 million years old, give or take a few million years. And this week, as an extra special treat, we have a guest narrator. It's my colleague, Kasey. And Kasey's been working with me on our home education project, which is called What's in the Box. And we've been exploring things from the museum collection, and in a few weeks after Christmas we'll be exploring fossils, so look forward to some interesting things on social media about that. But without further ado, I will introduce Kasey with the latest episode of Rock Around Hastings.
On this episode of Rock Around Hastings, we're going to be talking about sharks, the jaws of Hastings. What is a shark? Sharks are different to most fish and land-based vertebrates in that they have no bony skeleton. Their skeletons are supported by cartilage, which doesn't fossilize very well. For this reason, we usually only find their teeth and fin spines. Sharks belong to a branch of the tree of life called the chondrics. This group includes all fish that have skeletons made of cartilage. And just in case you didn't know, this group includes rays, like our Hastings stingray. The first sharks appeared during the Ordovician period around 450 million years ago. If we compress the history of planet Earth into 24 hours, that would be just after 9 p.m., long before the first dinosaurs. The earliest known sharks that lived in Hastings are found in rocks that were deposited as sediments during the Cretaceous period from around 145 million years ago. The rocks deposited around this time are known as the Wealden Group. This is a reconstruction of a typical Wealden shark called Høihjelle. Their teeth had many points, called cusps. They were also unlike many sharks in that they laid eggs, like dogfish and nurse sharks. What other animals did the sharks share their watery world with? The sharks in Cretaceous Hastings were not alone. They shared the rivers and lakes with a vast array of other creatures. This is the display of fossils at the museum that represents the sharks and some of the animals that lived alongside them. And as if by magic, in non-COVID times, the press of a button reveals what they could have looked like when they were alive. The most common fossils you will find are these bivalves, called neomyodon. The next most common are probably the button-like teeth from a bony fish called Schinstia, formerly lepidotes. This is a fossil backbone from a freshwater plesiosaur. This is unusual since most plesiosaur fossils are known from marine rocks, making them an important part of our collection. It is probably the species known as Plesiosaurus valdensis lydecker, 1889. Who found shark fossils in Hastings? Philip James Rufford. Rufford retired to Hastings at the age of 36. For a number of years, he was the museum's authority on natural history and on the museum committee from 1893 to 1902. He was also a civil engineer and keen geologist, finding many of the finest fossil shark specimens in the collection. Here are just a few of them. A rare pair of shark fin spines, shark skull, a rare fossil shark egg case, part and counterpart. Thank you for watching episode 4 of Rock Around Hastings. You can still be a geologist for a day and take part in Rock Around Hastings until the 1st of January 2021. Here are your instructions.